All right, check this out, right? It's your boy Molly G. It's a Gotti world. We doing live videos. We creating content, talking about a lot of things that's going on in the world right now. Being that I'm from Baltimore, I feel like it's only right to talk about what's been going on with this whole Lamar Jackson situation. Man, he wants to get traded. He asked for a trade. You know, a lot of the fake Raven fans, the ones who've been with the city, the teams, the ones that have been supporting the team only because of Lamar, you know, everybody like, yeah, I'm no longer gonna be a Ravens fan because the way they treating Lamar. Man, listen, fuck them fans. That's how I truly feel. You're not real fans. Real fans, we bleed purple, man. At the end of the day, the Ravens going to suit up on Sunday regardless of Lamar Jackson being at the quarterback, Ray Lewis being at linebacker, Ed Reed at safety, Jonathan Ogden at left tackle. It don't matter who we put out there. Marlon Humphreys at corner, Chris McAll. Yeah, like it don't matter. To us, it don't really matter who we throw out there. All we know is the Ravens are going to compete regardless of who we throw out there. You wear that purple uniform with pride. It's like a badge of honor when you play for the Ravens because, one, you playing for a good organization. It's a hell of an organization. Despite these negotiation issues, whatever's going on, we don't truly know what it is that Lamar is asking for. Anybody can tell me what it is that Lamar is asking for? Give me a number. I would like to hear it. We've all heard what the Ravens have offered him, but we never actually heard what it is that Lamar is asking for. And I think that's important because we all can agree the Ravens is kind of lowballing him. But maybe he's asking for a shitload of a lot of money. I could be wrong, could be right. We just speculating at this point. But we need to, if you're a real Ravens fan, you gotta look at the writing on the wall. And I've been saying this since week 1 last season when the Ravens played the Jets. And I'm gonna say this. This is a disclaimer. I like Lamar. I want him to be our quarterback. He was probably the most exciting thing that the Ravens have had in a long time. Just on the offensive side of the ball. Like, we've always had defenses to rally behind and be proud of and hang our hat on, but it's just offensively, we haven't had a player that can just give energy to the whole entire organization like that. Ever. MVP. I mean, shit. Everybody don't get MVPs. You know what I'm saying? There's only one MVP award. But I got a take on that as well. But going back to last season, week 1, when they played the Jets, if you really look at that first, and I've been saying this since then, that was the one that told me Lamar don't really want to be here in Baltimore. You know, the whole first half of the season, whole first half of that game, he played lackadaisical. He played with no passion. Like, he really didn't give a fuck. It was like, I gotta come out here and play when I really don't want to play. And my issue is, if you decided that you was gonna come out and play for us, knowing you trying to get a contract, I have no problem with you if you decide you want to sit out. That's never been an issue. Like, get your money, protect yourself. But the moment you say you want to suit up for us and you want to play for us, I expect you to play with passion. I expect you to play like a Raven. Everybody can't play like a Raven. Lamar, you went out there the first half of that Jets game bullshitted. And I feel like, and by all means, you didn't have a bad game because in that second half, you played like MVP fucking Lamar and you lit it up. But I feel as though that passion was only driven because something told you in that second. And when you in that locker room, somebody must have told you and said, "Hey, if you want to play and you say you want to play for this contract, you gotta play like an MVP." And I think that's what sparked him to play the way he played in the second half of that Jets game. And he turned it the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't inspiring in that first half. And I think that was more so, I felt like he was just forcing it just to go out there and play because he said he was going to play. And then the stunt that happened, going into the playoffs, I feel like, being that I played football, I ain't played at the highest level. I ain't played in the NFL or nothing like that. But I played very, very well. And a lot of I ain't gonna toot my own horn, but like, let me keep that shit all the way 100. Anybody that knows me that played football when I played, they would say if education wasn't a requirement, he would be in the league. I'm one of those shoulda, woulda, coulda stories. Like, if I had better grades, I would have been in the NFL somewhere. And I'm gonna be honest about it. Like that, I know exactly where I went wrong. Everything I did on the field was, I performed. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, if grades were not like, if school wasn't required to be in the NFL, I would be in the NFL for real. That's just. But I know, but based on what I evaluate when I seen Lamar, like I said, he played with zero passion. And the playoff situation, are you injured or are you hurt? I felt as though, and I don't know, I could be completely fucking wrong. I felt as though he was more hurt and then injured. He wasn't really injured. I feel like he could go out there and play. I feel as though if he had his contract already, he would have went out there and played. You know what I'm saying? He would have played some inspiring football trying to win. But being that he didn't get paid yet, he felt like, I'm just trying to get through the season. That's it. I'm not going to overdo anything. I mean, anybody that watched the games, we seen how some of the plays that could have been made that he would normally make, he didn't even take the risk. Like him running out of bounds with certain plays. And I get it. You're trying to protect yourself and you're not trying to get hurt because you're trying to get a contract. But if you're going to play like that, don't play. Just sit out. If you go into a game thinking, I just don't want to get hurt, my guy, those are the times you more likely are going to get hurt. Don't play. Protect yourself. Be on the sideline. Stay home. You should have did that week 1. That's just how I feel about Lamar. But, I mean, like I said, I feel like the Ravens know if they give him all this money, whatever the money he's asking for, I don't know. They give him all the money that he's asking for. The Ravens are not going to be able to surround him with the weapons that he needs to win. So are we paying this guy just to get us into the playoffs and not win? Because I feel like this. If you strongly believe in Lamar can win with the team that we have now, pay him the money. We don't need nothing else. Give him everything give him whatever, every brown penny he deserves. He's an MVP. He deserves it. But knowing that Lamar is the type of quarterback that you have to surround him with weapons in order to win, how are we going to do that? You know what I'm saying? We going to be, that's like Carmelo Anthony. Or I don't want to keep saying Carmelo Anthony. I've been saying that, but do you want to win or do you want to get paid? Now, you can go somewhere else and probably get paid more and have a potential chance of winning. But if you understand the Ravens franchise situation, Ravens have always been a staple around the league. Good franchise, good ownership. We do things that are conducive to winning. And I'm sorry, the Ravens are probably negotiating in good faith saying, look, we want to pay you a handsome amount of money, but not the money that you're looking for. Because if we do that, then we ain't going to be able to put things around you, bro. And I don't know. Like, I'm not in that negotiation room. I don't know. It's tough. I still feel like the deal can get done. The Ravens are still kind of optimistic. I feel like we just have a good organization that has consistently over the years, I mean, just they do things the right way. This is the first time things have really gotten ugly that we can really remember. I mean, this is ugly, but I think it's only as ugly as it is because you have a guy who's negotiating on his own, where usually, like they say, the agent will keep some of these negative things that the teams are saying about you away from you, and that stuff can probably rub him the wrong way. When this stuff comes back to him, he's like, "You're not trying to pay me this because you saying this." I understand it. It's kind of disrespectful, but that's just how people negotiate. In real world and in NFL, they're going to tell you why you're not qualified. They're going to tell you why you are not qualified to get X amount of money. They're going to tell you they got other options that they can go, but they do want you. It's just, that could be, it's the Ravens. You could be working at Amazon. They're going to do the same thing. They're going to try to get the best deal for them. It's negotiations. And I'm not saying Lamar don't deserve the money that he wants. But in this situation, it's like, I don't know. I feel like all the greatest players in any professional sports or whatever, they take some sort of pay cut to make sure they can surround themselves with greatness. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do things to try to give the team a little something to work with. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I look like taking all the money, the whole salary cap, and then, hey, the hell with y'all. Y'all better learn how to draft the right people. Come on, that's kind of foul. I don't know. But me personally, my personal opinion, I don't think Lamar want to save face for the fans because the fans kind of embrace him so much. But as far as the organization and the city or whatever, as far as, I guess, maybe locale or something, the location of Baltimore, I don't think he really wants to be here. I think a lot of those Southern boys from Florida or wherever, they want to play somewhere nice weather, warm weather, a bigger market where you can get more money easy. Like, money is easier to come by going to LA somewhere or New York or something like bigger markets. Baltimore isn't just not an attractive destination. The Ravens is only good because we have an identity with we have a reputation of winning with the circumstances and the type of football, the brand of football that we play in Baltimore. So I can understand why the fans are great here. We have an identity. We play a certain brand of football that is unique and causes hell across the league. Like, only people within the AFC North understand Ravens and Steelers, the type of football we play. Even the Bengals. I give the Bengals credit too because they've been playing some hard-nosed football. You know what I'm saying? Browns get physical within the division as well. They give other teams in other divisions hell. They may not win a lot, but they know when you're going to come up, you're going to be a little bruised up playing against these AFC North teams. It's a brand of football that's conducive to winning. But Lamar, man, I don't know. Like I said, I'm a real Ravens fan, with or without Lamar. In my honest opinion, when they drafted him, I said, because I watched him in college. I wasn't big on him coming out of college, But where the Ravens got him at, I felt like, shit, why not? It was a steal. You get him at that. They facilitated the perfect draft to get him. And like I said, to me, I wasn't big on him in college, not at Louisville. I thought he ran too much. I didn't feel like he could throw well enough, but he showed improvement. You know what I'm saying? He still got work he got to do, because we definitely seen it this past season in games where he's missed some throws. A lot of throws. Not just some. He missed a lot of throws that some other quarterbacks is not missing. I mean, we talking about the elites. I ain't comparing him to the other, the second tier and down. I'm talking about the elites. You talking about Mahomes and Josh Allen's. Really, that's it. I don't really put nobody else in that conversation with them between them three. People want to sit here and say, what's that boy Herbert? No. Man, no. That's another video. Overrated. Kyler Murray, no. He got paid all that money. Hell no. Trash. I hate to say it, but my bad. How you say trash? For real. Not it. Nobody else. I mean, damn. I hate to even say it, but like, God, like Jalen Hurts led the team to the Super Bowl. My fault. Joe Burrow. I like Joe Burrow too. Throw his name up there. He got the goods. And that's respect. He's within a division. I can't stand him, but he's an Ohio State guy. Even though he did his thing at LSU, Ohio State Buckeye. But it's not many at that top. But if you're talking about guys who can make those throws, Lamar is not the best when it comes to making those throws. Lamar has thrown a lot of touchdowns in his MVP year, but that was because, I mean, that team, people sleeping on that Ravens team and make it seem like it was just a solo show from Lamar. People forget we had Mark Ingram balling. We had some other running, Edwards. I think Edwards was on the team balling. You know what I'm saying? Andrews balling at tight end. People act like Andrews is not a top 2 or 3 tight end in the league. That is a receiver. And honestly, I feel it. Just me knowing how I look at football. Tight end, if you got a solid every quarterback needs a solid tight end. And I think you can win with decent receivers. You don't have to have I don't believe you have to have a Terrell Owens, a Randy Moss, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. You don't need those kind of wide receivers to win a Super Bowl. You can have pretty good wide receivers, but you got to have an elite tight end. I think tight ends are more important than receivers, simply because it cause so many matchups. The way they just where they're lined up in spacing wise, if you put certain formations out there, you got the tight end, you got a linebacker trying to cover them. And if you space them out like certain wide receivers out, it causes the safety come over. Now the safety can't help that tight, it forces them to go into certain zones, or if you catch him still in man, he gonna eat him up one-on-one off every time. And then on top of that, they help in the run game. I just think tight ends are the most versatile roles on any given offense, and they do just about everything. They're crucial to winning, in my opinion. I don't think you need the most elite wide receiver. I think you can get veteran, like the Ravens have been doing, getting a veteran wide receiver who can basically just do their job. But I think Ravens do need possession receivers. I'm not a fan of these small, speedy guys. I like Anquan Bolden type guys. A big guy who can catch in traffic. You know what I'm saying? Like Mark Andrews. A big guy who can catch in traffic. But they need a wide receiver on the outside that's slightly bigger with more speed. That way they can stretch the field a little bit more. And also, catch in traffic. You know what I'm saying? Them 10-yard dig routes and shit like that. Quick slants. Quick enough to do a quick slant for real. And big, but also big enough if you can get certain formations one-on-one on the outside, you can just throw it up and he can come down. He can box him out like a big man in a post. That's just football. I know a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I like tight. But you don't need. I think you need, like I said, a guy with size, great hands, can catch in traffic, but crafty. You don't got to be the fastest. And I say that because I wasn't I didn't have the I didn't have the fastest burners. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't the fast. I was pretty fast, but I was crafty, quick, and I was shifty when I played. So when I'm making guys miss inside of a phone booth, that was how I played. But I think, like for instance, that wide receiver in Ohio State. Let's say we go draft him. He's not the fastest guy, but he's a good route runner, and he's crafty, and he catches. He wins a lot of his one-on-ones. Throw that ball up, he come down with it. He's not the tallest guy, and he don't have the most physical attributes, but he comes down with it, and he do his thing. These are the type of players that I feel like the Ravens could use to win. I think those are the type of players that are conducive to winning, regardless. I mean, look at the Eagles. I ain't even really watch the Eagles, but if you look at their best players, their wide receiver, AJ Brown, big body. He can catch the ball in traffic. He can stretch the field. He can actually run. And then you still got another guy on the other side who's crafty, small, and just a hell of a route runner. Devontae Smith, hell of a fucking route runner with hands like a motherfucker. And they had pretty decent tight ends, and then running game. Of course, you got to have a fucking run game. They surrounded Jalen Hurts with a lot of these things, and he looked like an MVP. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to discredit Jalen Hurts. I like Jalen Hurts. He played at Alabama, but I wasn't big on him. When he went to Oklahoma, I thought, okay, he got a little better. But mind you, these are college days. These guys have grown and developed into the league, and he's changed. He's starting to make some better throws, and because at first he couldn't throw worth a damn. But we also got to understand it's a reason why Alabama was so high on him and got him, the upside. But Jalen Hurts, for me, I don't want to be like these other evaluators. I'm going to just say I fuck with him. He got to show me. I don't know why, but like he got to show me again. He got to show me. But he got him to a Super Bowl. Back to the Lamar, though. Only I will say, Ravens, about mother time, you done got rid of Greg Roman. I knew that wasn't. It worked that one year. It worked the 1 year, but Lamar in that offense, it's like I don't know. Lamar is a better thrower than Colin Kaepernick was, because Colin Kaepernick, he could sling it, but I felt like he was always over slinging it and just overshooting guys a little bit, because he putting too much on it. He don't got a lot of touch. He's just a gunslinger. But I feel that kind of way with Lamar a little bit. Just a little bit. Because the way that Lamar throws, he throws like he's playing backyard football. And it's, like I said, it's fun to watch. I love watching Lamar. But I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't big on Lamar coming out of college. He definitely exceeded expectations. I thought he was going to be an actual project that we could potentially win with, but we didn't expect him to be MVP. Let's be for real. Nobody. Ravens didn't expect him to be what he is, which was an MVP. Nobody did. And I don't think the Ravens expect him to be in conversation for another MVP going forward. If so, that's why they ain't giving him the money. Let's just be for real. I don't think the Ravens believe in him. Not an MVP. I think they do believe that he's capable of winning. he's capable of winning, but not like an MVP would. Like, he ain't carrying the Ravens. If that's the case, he'd have carried us further than where we've been going. We win a lot of regular season games. We can win a lot of regular season games with another quarterback, for real, with the kind of defense we put out there. We play a good brand of football, but I don't know. My opinion is my opinion. I don't think. But I don't want to see him go. Don't want to see him go, man. I really don't want to see him go. With all that stuff I just said, and I'm speaking just being honest. Just straight up honest about it. Like, this is probably what the Ravens are thinking. Just from a business standpoint. This is what the Ravens are thinking. This is what Lamar is probably wanting. And I think Lamar wants. What Lamar wants, Lamar deserves. But is this situation beneficial for the Ravens to just give him what he wants? No. It's not. And therefore, I'm torn between the two. Like, we got to meet in the middle, man. We got to meet Lamar. We like Lamar. We love him. But I love donuts. I ain't ready to spend $500 for no donuts, though. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But that's my take. It's your boy, Molly G, Gotti World, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, people call me Molly G. Some people call me Gotti, depending on how you know me. But appreciate y'all. Tap in. Holla.